Hey, good afternoon again. Nate Riesen, Jon Lancaster Toyota. What's your preference, 2012 or 2013? Unfair comparison, I've got a 12 base next to a 13 XLE. If you're familiar with the 12s, 10, 11, 12, 09, whatever it is, the XLE, in my opinion, is essentially a sport model without 18s, maybe. I mean, it's got a moonroof, it's got wheels, it has fog lights. You could also say it's the base upgrade for 2011 and 12 with fog lights. But there's more. Now you get dual zone climate control, automatic climate control like you had in a Limited. So it's a tough comparison in some respects. But really, this is about how much does this thing change. And really, it's changed quite a bit. Toyota's always good at keeping kind of the guts of the vehicle, the core of the vehicle. So you see the traditional look of the RAV4 in this RAV, but still shorter. It's a bit more modern. I think the styling is quite a bit younger than it was in the 07 to 12 model. Some people say there might be some Avalon in there in the interior. We'll look and see it. But quite a difference, in my opinion. I'm not sure everything's really changed. Let's look at the back. Granted, it's a V6. I get it. I know. But it's more about the model. So let's take a look at the 12 again. Good. Let's look at the back. Full-size spare tire hanging on the back. Door that swings out to the side. No spare. Conventional liftgate. You walk up to it. Release. And not much effort here. I want to point that out. Really not much effort to open that hatch. Of course, I had to do this right under the speaker. How will I know? And there's opening the door. Actually, we can get it open a little bit. Show you how the 12 looked. And I'm going to flop the seats down. We'll look at the difference in cargo. So on this 13, I've got one seat flopped down. We eliminated the handles in the cargo space to lay the seats down. But if you have a 2012, you know that we have to take the headrests off now because of changes in safety. We have to take the headrests off, or that's what happens. So to get the seats to lay down, I have to pop the headrest off, and then I can either flop it here with this handle, or I could have used the handles located in the cargo space. Okay, but I had to take the headrest off. Now I'm going to turn to the 13. And now what's changed is there's a button on the headrest, and then I use the handle here. And then the seats will flop down. It's great. I mean, it's a great setup. Now let's look at cargo space. It's pretty good. It's very good. One thing I noticed, it looks like the seats go a little bit flatter in the 13 compared to the 2012. Looks like we addressed the big hole behind the seats into the cargo space. But there's one advantage the 12 has, in my opinion. I've got this great cargo box because I don't have a spare tire. It's on the back door. However, I'm happy to give that up because I had more complaints about this swinging door and that full-size spare than I did about how wonderful the cargo space was underneath the floor. Sure, it was cool, but I don't think people took full advantage of it. So this new setup, I think Toyota did a great job. It makes more sense. I want to show you the interior. In the back seat, I'm just going to shoot the interior, the front. And realistically, that looks, to me, it looks good. You then find how dated that interior is once you look at the 13. Look at that. Sorry for the sun washing me out here, but the materials on the dash are real soft, so all that stuff there near the temperature control is a very soft touch plastic or some material. The doors, they're not so hard. I mean, if you hit your head on it, you're not going to break your head open, so they did a nice job with the soft materials on the door. Look at the styling. It looks great. They use carbon fiber down here versus just some monotone silver plastic finish. It looks good. And when you start pushing on things and tapping on things, Everything sounds very, very solid. Everything sounds very good. So, in my opinion, great job, Toyota. This is a really nice machine. So, hold on to your seats. We're going to get motion sickness again. That's a quick look at the 2013 Rav4 compared to the 2012 Rav4. This is Riesen at Jon Lancaster Toyota in sunny Madison, Wisconsin. Have a question? Have a comment? Leave it in the notes.